Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video, to another review. And today we're taking a look at the S.H MonsterArts Godzilla 1995. Thought I saw something for a second, ignore that. Right before we start, I'm just gonna go ahead and say I'm kind of running out of things to review, so if Godzilla stuff stops in the future, that's why, because I ran out of stuff to review. I've got a couple more things here I haven't reviewed. So like MonsterArts 2019, Gamera 1999, Mothra and Rodan, Space Godzilla, and that's it. There will be new figures releasing, but you know, those are a ways away. For example, the Con, and I still need to get an 89. But anyways, let's get on with the review. This is the very first release of this figure, not the reissue with all the little cloud effects. And I guess we'll check out these little guys first. These are little maser tanks that came included. Hopefully they're showing up well enough. They have a pretty decent amount of detail, and even have a little bit of articulation. They're painted pretty well as well. They don't have too much paint, but what they do is pretty nice. So here's one, you know, and here's the other. I like them. They're neat, but they're kind of easy to lose. I actually couldn't find them before we started this review, so I was just going to say that they're in the box. Now, his other accessory that he has, or comes with, are an extra pair of hands, but they're pretty much identical to these. They're like slightly more closed. These are slightly more opened. So I didn't bother with them. I did not lose those. They're in the box. The box is right there. But getting on to this guy, to Godzilla himself, this is how he appeared in Godzilla vs. Destroyer in 1995, and excuse me, this figure is kind of like my holy grail. I remember when I was younger watching, you know, Godzilla stop motion videos on YouTube and seeing this thing in them, and it was just like, oh my god, that figure looks like the movie. And I never knew what they were. I never knew where to find them. You know, and now I have one all these years later, so that's pretty cool. Now, was it worth it? We'll get to that. So Godzilla here, I'm not sure if all of him is done in translucent plastic and then he's just painted over. I want to say that's not the case, but again, I don't know. But he's mainly black with a bunch of translucent plastic all over the place, recreating the fiery effect. And then that has, I think, a red wash, because if you look here, that's yellow. And then, so I'm assuming this is also yellow and just has a wash on it. Oh, I don't know, because then these are a different color. But looks-wise, like I said before, this guy looks spot on to how I remember him in the film. This is also the Rebirth mold. So this was, you know, the S.H MonsterArts Heisei Ver2, I think. He looks really good. I don't know what else to say. This is probably S.H MonsterArts at their highest peak, at their strongest point. Because this figure is really well painted, it feels nice. It did have some quality control issues. These hands, for example, they don't like staying on, and then this foot doesn't like staying on either. I fixed it for now. I'm not sure how long that's gonna last. I'm not gonna move it too much though. Pretty sure it might even fall off during the review. I don't know. It doesn't feel right to me. But yeah, I think this is one of the best MonsterArts figures that has come out of the line. And that's saying a lot, because they've made a lot of figures. Alright, next up is Articulation, I guess. We could bring them in a little closer so you guys can see the head sculpt. Focus. I'm not sure how well you guys can see that. Let's focus. Yeah, that's not really gonna focus, is it? I just got a second light. I don't know if you guys can notice that or not. But there's now 2 lights here, so hopefully things look better. Now, getting to articulation. This guy has a bunch of it. Like, I'm not gonna go through every single point, just because we'd be here all day. But his head, well, with all the joints, he can look up that far. Down, he can look down quite a bit as well. It's pretty good. He's got side to side. That's pretty good. The head can rotate. Let me orientate this properly. It can't do a full 360, and it doesn't seem to be able to move here at this section. I don't know if the previous owner glued it on or something, but it doesn't move, and I don't want to force it. Mouth opens, pretty standard. Shoulders are on a ball joint, I want to say. I think I took this apart once, actually, so I think it is on a ball joint. Pretty limited. Out that much, but it can't do a full 360. He's got a joint here at the upper bicep, I think. I don't know my anatomy. He's got an elbow joint, pretty good. Ball joint at the hands, and that's both of them. This one doesn't really seem to move all that much. This one just popped it off. Oh no. Let me pop this back on. See, this is one of the problems I have with this guy. His hands just don't stay in all that well. I'm leaving this in the video just so you guys can see how much I struggle with him. I'm gonna even glue that on, honestly. Anyways. Rotating here. It's got like 2 points where you can rotate. Oh, I'm not. Oops. It's got 2 points where you can rotate. One here, and then one here. It doesn't allow too much movement though. Yeah, like I'm kind of forcing that at that point. Not too bad either way. Legs, they. Ooh, I don't know if I want to keep going with that. Pretty high kick though. They can go back and. Ooh, I don't like that creaking either. They can go back a decent bit. Kind of looks like he's stepping or something. I don't know. Bend at the knee. It's alright. Nothing too great. And I'm not going to move that. I'm going to move this one. Move can foot. Foot can move all the way around. So yeah, that's pretty good too. Ooh, I really don't like that creaking. Tail. Now this is kind of the downfall of this figure. The tail isn't that great. I can't really get a good curve out of it, like, at all. So, it's like a piece of something on one of the fins. Anyways, that's the best curve I can get out of that, which it's not really that great, especially considering this is a MonsterArts. I don't know if, you know, mine's just, I don't know, doesn't, the joints aren't good enough or something, but they don't feel like they move anymore, and I don't want to force them. Then the tail can move up. Oh no, it's gotten loose on me. It used to be able to hold the pose better. Now it just kind of droops back. Yeah, it's not holding up too well. Oh, I almost dropped him. Anyways, so that's the articulation. Pretty solid, I'd say. The tail kind of lets it down, but otherwise, it's pretty good. Straighten out the foot here. So, I think now is size comparisons. Here he is with, oh, I did not arrange these guys properly, did I? Here, oh, I just noticed there's a pen back there. Oops. Oh my goodness, I just bumped the mic too. I don't know what this is doing over here, I haven't even used it. Just pretend you don't see it. We're professionals here. Anyways, here he is with the NECA Atomic Blast Godzilla from King of the Monsters. Let me grab the next guy out before I put this guy back. Here he is with the NECA Burning Godzilla. Now, this figure doesn't look like it's in the best of shape. Just because this is a really old figure. I've had it for a really long time. Probably around the time it came out. So, he's kind of dusty. I don't know how to properly clean him. I've tried water, but, yeah, he still has this, like, faded orangey look. This is one of the few figures that NECA has put out where you can really see the difference in, I guess, quality, because this was one of the first figures that NECA made, the 1994/5 mold, so it doesn't really hold up. They were still kind of figuring stuff out. There wasn't really that much they could do. So it's good for what it is, I'd say. Again, it's regarded by most as one of the worst NECA figures. I don't think he's too bad. I still love him. He was my second NECA figure. But yeah, that one obviously looks a lot better. Alright, gotta put this guy somewhere. I guess he can go here for now. Here he is. Oh, here he is with the NECA Godzilla 1954, excuse me, which I recently just got. He seems really small, if I'm to be entirely honest. The 1995 one here, Burning Godzilla, compared to NECA figures. I don't know if that's just me or not, but he seems small. Here he is with a really big boy. This is the NECA 03 figure. This one I'm currently customizing, so it doesn't really look how it should. This is also, I guess, a preview. I just didn't want to move my actual figure. But, here, if you can guess what Godzilla suit I'm trying to make this in, you win $10. I'm just kidding, you don't win anything. Putting this guy back now. Here he is with the Revoltech Baragon, just because he was here. Not sure. Excuse me. I really don't think this is in scale at all, but I quite like this guy. He's got a little charm to him, so he was there. I'm running out of space to put things. And honestly, I don't really want to reach the last thing, so that'll be it for comparisons. I'm gonna move this guy over here carefully. Good enough. So yeah, that's the MonsterArts Burning Godzilla. Final thoughts. He's pretty good. I think he's a really solid release from S.H MonsterArts, but he's also a very old release from S.H MonsterArts. He's a very, very old one. One of their first in the line, I think. I don't really remember off the top of my head. So this guy, he's gonna be really, really expensive because no place sells him anymore, aside from like eBay. So I'd keep an eye out for a deal. You know, if you can. Looking back on how much I paid for him, which was close to 200, it wasn't really worth it. I mean, I still like it a lot, but the hashtag not worth it. If you can find one for a pretty decent price, you know, with the box and the tanks and the hands, I'd say go for it. I'm not sure how much I would have paid had I had a little bit more common sense back then. Probably closer to 150. Would have been my maximum for this guy. Because when he released, I think he was about 80. Which is on the cheaper end of MonsterArts somehow. You know, because this guy's a lot better than a lot of stuff they put out now, I'm just saying. Yeah, that'll be it for today's review, guys. Leave a like if you enjoyed. subscribe. Don't forget to comment down below. Comment stuff and things and stuff. I don't know. Comment whatever you want. And yeah, peace.